What's up, y'all? Beautiful day to be alive. So, jumping in here today, starting off that business, you're passionate, you got things going on. It's a struggle. That's why you gotta make sure that you don't spend a bunch of money on a bunch of shit you don't need right away. So, first off, it's brought to you by Pure Positivity. An amazing superfood powder for your dog or your cat, super easy to use. Sprinkle some goodness on top of their everyday food, and they'll get a bunch of natural, organic, human grade vitamins and minerals that they are just lacking from their foods. So, jumping in again, I just wanted to prioritize these free nuggets for y'all of some business wisdom. First thing you got to make sure you do is just save that money. There's lots of things that you can spend on. There's lots of things trying to tell you to spend on it. You know, things like fancy office space and high-end equipment. These are just a couple examples. I can go down a bunch of them. There's lots of things. You got websites, custom websites. You could spend shit tons of money on paying some software developer to make you a website when you can do it yourself. It's really not that hard. Some of these things like Shopify, you can go on there and it does it all for you. You just got to plug it in, and it's built in. There's lots of that type of stuff out there that you can use. That's a cheaper way of doing it than paying somebody to do it for you. Branded merchandise, you don't need your branding on every single thing. You can get a couple of shirts made or some stickers and things like that, but you don't need to do a bunch of garbage out there. And swag, people love swag, but you don't need to spend a shit ton of money on branding. There's expensive software equipment. There's extravagant business cards. You can spend a shit ton of money on some of this stuff, hundreds of dollars, thousands of dollars, when you really just need a business card with your name and your business name on it and your website, and you can get started with that with one color, one card. That just gets the job done. There's people will go out there and they're just like started their business. They don't even really know what they're doing yet, and they're throwing like large extravagant parties and just like inviting all these people around, and they're hiring people saying that they're going to pay them this and pay them that, and hiring a full team of people. And it just doesn't make any sense. You don't need analytical tools when you don't even have any data to analyze. There's so many things that you can waste your money on when you're first starting out in business, and there's a lot of marketing that goes into it to make sure that you do. And so you just got to kind of avoid those potholes, because a lot of this stuff you can do yourself. You can build your website. You can make some business cards. You can do your own analytics, as long as you're making sure that you pay attention to what's going on. You got to stay lean, because every dollar at the beginning that you save is a dollar that you can invest down the road. And that's really what business is all about. Learning the ropes. Early on in your business venture, you're going to be making mistakes. You're going to be doing lots of things that you just are going to learn from, and you don't want to spend a whole bunch of money and putting it out there if you're not even sure where your business is going to go. You don't even really know the actual direction. I know that with this business, Pure Positivity, we took like 3 different turns before we ended up doing something for pets, and it's just we had to go down that road just to figure out exactly where we wanted to go with our business. You got to know when you can start scaling and when you can start doing these things. That's the tricky part. But once you have that money in the bank, and you've been saving that money, and you've been making those mistakes and learning from those mistakes, and staying hungry, and then prioritizing your cash flow and making sure that you have that in the bank, because if you're taking on debt and you're just gonna be a sinking ship. That's all there is to it. So yeah, just stay lean, stay hungry, stay with it, and just don't spend a whole bunch of freaking money on stuff that you really don't need right away. If you can do it yourself, do it yourself, y'all. Hope you guys have a great night.